Shots and royals!
What news are they?
This Barjon works for the Royal African Company. Tell him what you told me.
I haven't seen the princess for 8 weeks or more, meaning she may soon be back.
What else?
I thought this buck belonged to the other men who was asking about the princess this morning. So I told him that...
What other men?
Haughty sailor in plain rags, and a gent with a scar just here.
Where have they got to?
Staying just round the corner, they said.
I grow tired of chasing these fantasies of yours, Edward. As does the crew.
Hang in there, man. We're getting close.
Have you alerted the men? We're short on time.
Aye. There'll be 2 soldiers waiting for us at the crossroads.
Very good.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what's the meaning behind these blood samples we're taking?
Torres tells me that blood is required for the observatory to properly function.
How do you mean, sir?
If one wishes to use the observatory to, say, spy on King George, then one would require a drop of the King's blood to do so. In other words, a small sample of blood gives us access to a man's everyday life.
Does Torres mean to spy on me, then? For I've just given him a sample of my blood.
As have I, Captain Hornigold, as will all Templars. It is a measure of insurance.
And trust, I reckon.
Yes, but fear not. Torres has shipped our samples to a Templar safe house in Rio de Janeiro. We will not be the observatory's first subjects, I assure you.
Aye, sir. I suppose it's a small price to pay for what the Templars have given me in return.
Precisely.
Governor, when you hunted pirates in Madagascar, what methods worked best?
I believe it was my charisma that persuaded them. Violence and threats should always be a last resort. In Madagascar, I offered those pirates a choice. Take a pardon and return to England penniless but free men, or be hanged by the neck until dead.
Just as you did in Nassau.
Precisely. A pity Commodore Chamberlain did not live to see my thorough success.
It's not like you to gloat, Rogers.
We all deserve a moment, don't we?
You won't lose us, they're already dead!
You both on your merry way.
Regardless, they all want this cargo, so it should be profitable. Remember, be most charitable when the break comes.
Grand Master, welcome.
Buenas noches. What have we learned?
The princess was taken by pirates 6 weeks ago, and so far as we know, the Sage Roberts was still aboard.
Very good. It is something, no?
And what measures are we taking to recover the princess from these pirates?
Captain Hornigold has dispatched some of his best men to ensure the Sage's capture.
What of the Sage's present location?
Africa, Your Excellency.
Africa? By God. The winds do not favor that route.
I concur, Grand Master. I should have sailed there myself. One of my slave galleys would be more than capable of making a swift journey.
Slave galley? Captain, I asked you to divest yourself of that seeking.
I fail to see the difference between enslaving some men and all men. Our aim is to steer...
And what measures are we taking to recover the princess from these pirates?
Captain Hornigold has dispatched some of his best men to ensure the sage's capture.
What of the sage's present location? Do we know?
Africa, Your Excellency.
Africa? By God. The winds do not favor that one.
I concur, Grandmaster. I should have sailed there myself. One of my slave galleys would be more than capable of making a swift journey.
Slave galley? Captain, I asked you to divest yourself of that Sikh institution.
I fail to see the difference between enslaving some men and all men. Our aim is to steer the entire course of civilization, is it not?
A body enslaved inspires the mind to revolt. But enslave a man's mind, and his body will follow on, naturally.
A fair point, Grandmaster.
And what measures are we taking to recover the princess from these pirates?
Captain... has dispatched some of his best men to ensure the sage's capture.
What of the sage's present location?
Africa, Your Excellency.
Africa? By God. The winds do not favor.
I concur, Grandmaster. I should have sailed there myself. One of my slave galleys would be more than capable of making a swift journey.
Slave galley? Captain, I asked you to divest yourself of that Sikh institution.
I fail to see the difference between enslaving some men and all men. Our aim is to steer the entire course of civilization, not?
A body enslaved inspires the mind to revolt. But enslave a man's mind, and his body will follow on, naturally, efficiently.
A fair point, Grandmaster.
Remind me, where in Africa are we looking?
Principe, sir, a small island.
We've sent two of our best men, Burgess and Cochrane. Privateers with fast ships and firm hearts.
Edward Kenway! Imagine my surprise at seeing your jackdaw anchored there. Have you heard all you came to hear? Will you now rescue the sage from our clutching hands?
A pox on you, traitor! You sold us downriver.
Because I found a better path. The Templars know order, discipline, structure. But you never could fathom these subtleties. Goodbye, old friend. You were a soldier once, when you fought for something real. Something beyond yourself.
Going nowhere! I can get him from here!
If values what you seek, travel no further than delight you, my friend.
All sail! She'll take it!
I know she's a good sailor. Now prove it, my trumps.
Humpback ahoy!
Captain Fresh made for our sup, but a spear cast away.
Sally Brown, she's a gal for me. Down to Trinidad to see Sally Brown, boys. Down to Trinidad to see Sally Brown. She's lovely on the foreyard, she's lovely down below, boys. She's lovely 'cause she loves me, that's all I want to know, boys. Oh, Captain Baker, how do you stow your cargo? Some I stow forward and some I stow aft. 40 fathoms or more below, boys. 40 fathoms or more below, boys. Oh, way high and up she rises. Way high and the blocks is different sizes. Oh, one more pull.
Fire!
You hear the mate a bar.
Damn! Got the angle wrong.
Ready to fire,
One
sir!
more pull, that's the end of our hawking. Sally Brown, she's the gal for me, boys. Sally Brown, she's the gal for me, boys.
What's our course, Captain?
Winter Bay, Quartermaster. We're sailing for the coast of Africa.
More enemy sails, sir!
More sails, sir! Working on it hardy, sir! Ready to fire! Blaze! Fire! Weakest right there, Captain! Ready to fire, sir! Fire! Hit him there, sir! That'll wipe him out! Fire! Take a shot right there, sir! Fire! Fire!
Change course!
Raise fire! Solid volley, sir! Fire! Almost ready!
Enemy fire!
Fire! Look, Captain! Put a shot right through there! Fire! Awaiting order!
Too much firepower, sir! Back off!
Fire! Fire!
They're so exposed! Take the shot, sir!
Fire!
There's, sir! Good shot to trigger!
Fire! Did it, drink? Cannon ready! Fire!
We're ready, sir!
Taking a hit, Cap! Tanks interfere few ways, but we're holding! Fire! Fire! Say the word to that flight grapple, sir! On your mark, the weakest right there, Captain! Do you?
Get to planks!
Go, heave-ho! Heave! Heave!
materials required to make the ship stronger,
Loose
sir.
main sails!
Sir, to starboard! Booty cast adrift, Captain!
We'll heave him up and away we'll go.
Loose all! Let's move!
Crowd on all the sail we have.
Comrades! Cargo adrift there, sir!
We'll heave him up from down below. Way we soon are. For that is where the cocks fruit grow. We'll all bound over the mountain. And if we drown while we are young,
Trim the yards off the wind!
I'm off to find Roberts. Ah, não, mas lembro-me bem. Na verdade, estava Ei, só quero...
Captain Kenway.
Yet another dire situation, Roberts. We really must stop meeting like this.
Stop tailing me and your wish had come true.
There's no need for this. You know I'm as good as my word.
Our Captain Howell was killed today in a Portuguese ambush. Headstrong fool. I warned him not to go ashore.
It was orchestrated by the Templars Burgess and Cockram. The same sort that took you to Havana.
Ah. I see now there is no escaping the Templars' attention, is there? I suppose it is time to fight back.
I do like the sound of that.
And I know just how I'll do it. But these men, Burgess and Cockram, they cannot be allowed to leave with word of my escape.
They won't. Count on it.
If you spot any men from my crew, do them some kindness and send them here.
I'll do all I can.
Take only what you can carry, maggots. We're not waiting on no one. Put some muscle in that bustle or we're leaving you behind. Brace yourselves and haul your asses to port. We're weighing anchor. Up with you, Mungus. Lend the bows in a hand. Take only what you can carry, maggots. We're not waiting on no one. Hey, let's get a fella out of You done us good, Kenway. Proved yourself a true bravo. And for what? His own bloody pride.
You stepped in the path of my prize. Not a thing a man should do.
A cocksure, Cully. Just like Hornigold said.
That Templar scab means nothing to me. None of you do.
And you're worse for it, Kenway. It were the Templars who took us in when all else went to shit. Not our king. Not our country. The Templars.
The Templars is our family. Where's yours?
In honest service, there are thin commons, low wages and hard labour. Yet, as gentlemen of fortune, we enjoy plenty and satisfaction, pleasure and ease, liberty and power. So what man with a sensible mind would choose the former life, when the only hazard we pirates run is a sour look from those without strength or splendor? Ha! Now, I have been among you 6 weeks. And in that time, I have adopted your outlook as my own, and with so fierce a conviction that it may frighten you to see your passions reflected from me in so stark a light. But if it's a captain you see in me now, why then, I'll be your bloody captain.
Yeah!
For I have dipped my hands in muddied waters, and, withdrawing them, find 'tis better to be a commander than a common man! Oh. You threaten with your resistance.
I'm looking for the observatory. Folks say you're the only man that can find it.
Folks are correct. Despite my distaste for your eagerness, I see in you a touch of untested genius. I'm Bartholomew Roberts.
Edward.
I've no secrets to share with you now. But if you'll lend me your aid, in 2 months' time west of the Leeward Islands, well, it's there you'll get some answers, I promise you.
Funny that. With scurvy, the fix is more pleasant than the cause. When you catch a dose from a horn, must treat it with quicksilver. You're fonder of getting the disease than you are of curing it. Something biting at you.
Ah, all men desire to live by a code or a creed, yes? Yet when pressed, most defer to their instincts rather than the laws that bind them. What is the appeal of a creed if it does not yoke all men to like behavior?
Might make a man feel like he belongs to something. What's your answer?
Oh, that all men are sheep. That an old wolf like me deserves every ounce of blood he draws. Sail to this location. Bring only those you trust.
Organ the sense, lads. You're all mad as Saint up in a bloodbath. Pulled me from the deep there, Captain. Jack thanks you hardy.
Loose and catch the wind!
They aloft! Do not leave them muzzled!
More sail! All sail!
From aloft! Man your sheets!
I met a lady fair. Timmy! Hey! Good morning, ladies all. Away you go, the Poland. Timmy! Hey! Good morning, ladies all. The first time that I saw her. Away you go, the Poland. The first time that I saw her. That saucy gal of mine. Hey! Hey! Good morning, ladies all. Away you go, the Poland. Hey! Hey! Good morning, ladies all. But when she found that I was skinned, away you go, the Poland. But when she found that I was skinned, she left me standing there. Timmy! Hey! Good morning, ladies all. Away you go, the Poland. Timmy! Hey! Good morning, ladies all. I squared
We're headed straight for land, sir.
away you go, the Poland. Oh, I squared me yards
but me! Ah, Captain Kenway. Shall we use your ship for this next scheme or mine?
I'd first hear the details before deciding.
Oh, it's a small gambit. This fount of information has just told me that a nearby galleon contains the treasure I seek. For his sake, I hope he's right.
You've thought this plan through?
Indeed. Using this man, we'll acquire a Portuguese flag, which will get us as close to our target as possible. It's a very simple idea, if you follow my orders to the letter.
The jackdaw, then.
Excellent.
We're underway, Roberts. So what's your plan?
The flagship of this fleet is transporting a valuable treasure in a large chest. Crystal phials filled with blood. You may remember.
We're chasing drams of blood. Is that all?
I asked you to follow my instructions to the letter, Captain. But I did not give you leave to question why. I want those blood vials intact. And if that does not happen, we part as enemies. Do you understand?
I'll try to, aye. Ease the train.
There's the thing for us, Captain. You see that ship here? We'll need its flag for this ruse to work.
If I can steal that flag without disturbing so much as a flea, I'll do it.
By all means, try. Commissar Falag.
Que Deus abençoe ao rei Dom João.
Que Deus o guarde e proteja, senhor. Como se encontra nesta noite tão formosa?
Muito bem, obrigado. Só um pequeno passeio por entre os nossos, que estão todos em boa forma. Já tudo em ordem por este lado?
Sim, senhor. Tudo em ordem, senhor. Estamos apenas à espera que o nosso navio almirante seja reabastecido antes de zarparmos. Ah! E julgo que um dos nossos navios mercantes da nossa frota necessita de um novo mastro. Há homens em terra neste momento em busca de uma árvore que sirva de tal propósito.
Tem embarcadores de transporte? Não. Quantos clubes serão?
Compõem a maior parte da nossa frota, senhor. Dos nossos 42 navios, diria que mais de 2/3 são embarcações mercantis.
Um número considerável. Nesse caso, não duvido que estejam pessoas sem cuidado.
Sim, senhor, exatamente. Daí as nossas precauções. Com tantos piratas nestas águas, esta frota necessita de bastante proteção. Não é uma tarefa leve guardar quase 3 dúzias de navios.
Imagino que não.
Peço perdão, senhor, mas não estou a reconhecer o seu navio. Nem sequer transporta a bandeira do rei.
Sim, pois. Estava lá de pirata. Creio que foi retirado um banco de partida do capitão. Ainda não tivemos a oportunidade de reparar.
Ah! Excelente trabalho, senhor! Muito bem!
Obrigado, meu jovem. Eu devia deixar de regressar aos bons. Sabem que está aqui ao pai.
Assim faremos, senhor! Obrigado, senhor!
Não sejas ganancioso!
If this scallywag gives us away, I'll paint the quarterdeck with his brains. Commissar Falar, Capitão.
Saudações, cavalheiros! E que Deus abençoe ao rei Dom João.
Que Deus o guarde e proteja, senhor! Como se encontra nesta noite tão formosa?
Muito bem, obrigado. Só um pequeno passeio por entre os nossos, porque estão todos em boa forma. Está tudo em ordem por este lado?
Sim, senhor! Tudo em ordem, senhor! Estamos apenas à espera que o nosso navio almirante seja reabastecido antes de zarpar. E julgo que um dos nossos navios mercantes da nossa frota necessita de um novo mastro. Há homens em terra neste momento em busca de uma árvore que sirva a tal propósito.
Vem, embarcadores por esse modo? Não. Quantos tugas serão?
Compõem a maior parte da nossa frota, senhor. Dos nossos 42 navios, diria que mais de 2/3 são embarcações mercantis.
Os números são final. Nesse caso, não duvido que estejam com receios grandes.
Sim, senhor, exatamente. Daí as nossas precauções. Com tantos piratas nestas águas, esta frota necessita de bastante proteção. Não é uma tarefa leve guardar quase 3 dúzias de navios.
Imagino que não.
Peço perdão, senhor, mas não estou a reconhecer o seu navio. Nem sequer transporta a bandeira do rei.
Sim, pois. Falando de piratas, este trigo foi retirado da banca dos partidos a ficar feliz. Ainda não tivemos oportunidade para o reparar.
Excelente trabalho, senhor! Muito bem!
Imbecil! Não pode escapar!
Façam-no sangrar, rapaz! Não vai cansar-se!
You got the flag?
Aye, and we're flying it now. This should do nicely.